Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
It is there. Act as in whenever I am typing Logan, enter. Yes, this one manager human resource. Do we need to do this or we can just use the checklinks one only? Both users have same access. Logan being considered the super user. If you want, you can utilize and at any point. See that the benefit of using Logan is you're not going to stuck at every business process. She is someone who can be found in each and every role. Once you do any business process, steps will be completed. What was the name of the reorganization? What was the name of it? Title. I don't actually remember the exact name. Or you open 23. There's many 20. In that case, open HR service department. It is a subordinate of HR service department. Service department. For me, it is coming as Pavi 40 June, JAM Corporation, Local Macri. It is coming as a supervisory organization. Straight position task. This one, Primus Global. You are seeing that. It is coming at Tavi June 14th June, underscore JAM Corporation. No, that is different. Akshay, the supervisory organization we created in our second session was SMNCF UK 2001. Which one? MC Falun 1. That was the supervisory organization that we created in session number 2. Now, is that the organization we need to use to create the position? Yes, can you create if you have tenant open? I have tenant open and let me share my screen. Screen. Here is the one cancel. Create position. This. Yes, this one. Report. This one. No. Task and report. ID create task. See, you see the search results. Simplified search results. There was 32 number 23 in the top row. In the top position, scroll to top, you see task and report, task report 23, task and report. Yes, this one. Yes, this one. This is not the supervisory organization actually. Cancel this. Yes, you need to deselect it. We created one. I remember we created one. This is the one I created, but yours is MCF UK 2001. Open that. Space materials. Low one. Once you type, press enter. Yes, this one, this one. Yes, let it work. It's slow, it's slow. Whenever I do that, I do that. It comes then. Can you maximize it? Great, I hope everyone is watching on this screen, seeing this screen. It's visible to everyone. Yes. Now position request. Reason why you want to create a position, quickly do it. Select new hire or type, new hire or new position, new position. You see create position, position request, create position, backfill existing employee, and create position acquisition. Three different reasons. Your company may opt other different reason as based on the business process. You need to select whatever reasons available, or you can create your own reason as that we will understand later on. Maintain custom. Reason is one of the tasks that can be utilized to create different reasons open. Anyone and select any reason, whatever suits you best. Budgeted staff, new project. Yes, select job posting title. What could be the job posting title? Let's say you need HS analyst. Of positions 1, 2, 3 you can raise 10, 15, 22,200 positions at once. Always it is always advisable only create one position at a time. One position at a time. I'll give you reasoning behind it. Later on, let's complete the task first. Availability date of the position and earliest hire date on the position two different concepts. Usually they are using one date, but you can change the date. But availability date cannot be less greater than earliest hire date. What should I put in the availability date? Shall I put it 2 days and earliest hire date? Would be the next by when this position should get closed. Equal to or greater than earliest hire date should always be equal to or greater than availability date. That is what it is in the future date. Yes, you can. You can hire basically on the same date. It is basically allowing system to keep the hire function on the same date or in future date. Job family. For which job family you need to hire HR or human resource. Availability date can be backdated. It should be current date and onwards only. Availability date. Yes, it can always be backdated. It can always be future dated, current dated. It is the earliest hire date that should be equal to or greater than availability date. Let's say business asks you to create position backdated on 1st of January 2023, which is approximately 1 year, 10 months before you can create that, as there is no restriction on going backdated, but earliest hire date cannot be backdated to come. Availability date. Select anyone a job profile, job family. Basically, you select anything. Just request, don't waste time on the current page for too long searching things. Whatever comes in your mind, just type and put enter. Your profile take HR. You're creating a position for HR analyst. Take a charge. Otherwise, the page will get refreshed. And you have to put all this detail again. Location, type Sydney or New York, anything. Whenever you write something, put enter that Workday can capture it. Unique, it will capture. If there are multiple, it will populate matchable. Results Sydney 1. Then time type should be full time, part time, something that let it open full time worker type contingent or employer contingent. Yes, no worker subtype is also required. It will populate automatically. Populated field will automatically enabled. You have to populate the worker subtype. Type here regular, enter. If regular is not working, then type permanent. But let's check for regular. It is working. Welcome how the 38 hours is automatically populating. Scroll down, select critical job, uncheck and difficulty level. Make it blank. Now submit. Click on submit. Very slow. It will. It will submit now that you have created a position successfully. View detail. Yes, this says, green icon says the process has completed successfully. It's a clap for you. You created a something very successfully, which is position now. This position is active in the system and you can utilize it for any hiring. You have a position name and HR is analyst and position ID automatically picked up by Workday. Which supervisory organization it is created under? Under the SM, which is space material. CFUK, there is one department, roles, assigned roles, and the persons aligned for the support roles. Where should it come from? It will be coming from this organization only. Whosoever will be hired on this position, if any related, absence related, compensation related, HR related, admin related, anything he has to look for, or he will look into the support roles assigned into the organization. You remember we were doing the assigned role, a section during creation of supervisory organization. And central, yes, that function you are doing is actually working for the position. It will be holding after the creation, be it a new hire or a transfer or a movement. Next is there are two ways to create position. One is to do the standalone creation, which can a standalone transaction, which is create position and that create position and doesn't require a job requisition. Second is through job requisition. Instead of create position type, create job requisition. Any question on this create position task? I do have one question if I want to edit. The thing, suppose I have missed some of the details. It's not mandatory. The worker tribe, then in that case, how would I edit the thing? If you remember, after creating the position, you will have the details on your page, actively looking, actively available. For your reference, go to the positions related action, and in the very first position, restriction, you will have edit option through that you can edit the required details which are meant for editing. There's one functionality or restriction, you would say. Not all details can be edited once you created it or submitted it. What is not editable? The position ID cannot be editable. The worker type cannot be editable, and I believe one or two details are there which cannot be editable. I think the reason cannot be changed, but I'm not sure about it. Two things cannot be editable. These setup can be changed on your deal half early release. The Workday makes few things available and disable few things on the release basis. Very first is, again, you need to select task and report. First one. Any idea why we require job requisition when we have option to create position without? Job requisition by going to the supervisory organization directly. Approval could be one. Approval step also works in the create position via supervisory because the job might already be created and you're just trying to fill it. The job is created and you want to post it somewhere. Supervisory organization, type the CSMCF. What was used? Just delete Workday and HCM. Press enter. See, I always recommend, if you are not sure of the entire content of the business object or the field you created, just type the matching content. See, if you are not aware of the organization name, just type SM space CF or SM1001. It is Workday's job to find the most related part or most relevant part out of the entire. Again, create new position. Wait. Have you clicked on it? Great. Now, in the requisition, it asks you in the very beginning what type of worker you want to hire. It is either employee or employee or the contingent worker. We had enough time to display. And that worker type, it is a one-time selection during creation of job requisition. There is no back step or there is no way to edit it. Once you have selected it, it is always advisable in the very beginning. When you create the requisition, always put high attention and be very crystal clear while selecting the set of worker. Otherwise, once you submit it, you can't go back to edit. You can try it here. I think the create job requisition. This is fine. Yes, this is the job requisition one. Now click next. The edit button is not enabled here in the details section, which the worker type is selected, which means it cannot be edited at any point of time, even after creating the job requisition. This is very important task to drive the type of employee you are hiring. Click next Akshay. But if in such scenario, organization decide not to hire anyone and do the internal job posting, what could we do? You can also create for internal job posting as you need a job requisition. Delete this one. This will stay in the system. You can see there are a couple of things that you can edit the job posting. The job posting. Instead of doing outside hiring, you want internal, you just select the internal posting only, and that way you would be doing the IJP, the interjob posting. You can select employees within your organization. Instead of looking outside, type of position always remain one by default and always select one. Reason again select the reason new hire or something that if you are creating a position for somebody who is about to leave the organization, then you need to select the replacement for otherwise leave it blank reason new hire enter. Wait in train, wait temporary hire project based needed, that is also good. Now here you have recruiting instructions. I believe saw me or Western B. You are asking if you are hiring for internal only. Yes, hear you. You have four options. One is post externally. Only post externally only means you are requiring candidate outside the organization and the job equation will not be reflect for your internal employees to see and apply the posting. Not required, which means you are creating for itches or you are creating for ad hoc hiring wherein no onboarding or anything required at all, or maybe you are not interested to post this job posting on sourcing portals, post internally and externally. There will be two links created. One would be visible to the internal employees, one would be visible to the external candidates. Post internally only, which is your case. Select posting not required. I just have a doubt. Posting what? Which external website will post to? See, it is basically the standard. One is your website or you have option to provide different links of the sourcing websites. For example, LinkedIn is one, Ashine is another. If you are posting this in some other countries, Seek is one which is I'm proactively looking for a Netherlands or APAC employees. Australia and New Zealand employees. Seek is one. There are other as founded as one. You can have the job link of your profile. Indeed is also one. Once you create your profile, your company's profile in those job posting website, you can get the link and post it. It here then target end date and target held it, recruiting started and target held it same as availability and earliest held it. It's just that the naming convention has been changed. The logic remains same. Recruiting target held it must be equal to or greater than recruiting started, target ended. Once you provide system will analyze this job requisition and note down itself that post this date 31st of December 3230. System will not allow anyone to hire on this requisition. It will flag an error that the end date of this requisition is complete and the acquisition is closed. Always advisable not to put end date. Click next since you have added 2030, which is very long. For you are adding admin related recruiting admin. Related instructions. Now that you need a job related instruction. What is a job posting? Title you are looking for, risk lead maybe, or small subject matter expert, type that. Justification, leave it not required job profile type. Here, SME space, hyphen space, let's see if you are having anything, otherwise type. HRAs, I remember there was one SM related. No, type HRAs, you will find something. I feel the page is about to get refresh. Specialist, great move to job description summary. We don't require basically job description. Down, scroll down. You need a worker subtype, primary location, primary job. Posting location automatically populated once you add primary location subtype. Would be either, I guess, permanent, regular, full-time or part-time kind of. Think no work at our type selected. Regular apologies. Time type here you type full-time. Type a full-time with the space, full-time with the space. Check what all options are there. Full-time is that great remote type. We don't want remote primary location type Sydney. You have successfully selected that. Why did you cross it? I accidentally didn't think it. No issue. I thought you mentioned it's not there. I removed it. I don't know what happened. And remote type. Not required, leave it. Remote type not required, leave it. Primary location Sydney, type Sydney. We created the job equation for some other location and we are sorry. Supervisory organization for some other location and we are creating position for another location. Will there be any impact if we try to connect? I mean, if we try to hire an employee in some a different supervisory organization location, primary job posting automatically populates. You don't have to worry about no, it did not populate, take time. It is basically interlinked. Scroll down, 38 hours is there. Scroll down quickly. Leave everything you don't require at all. Next, click on Next. Skills. We don't require qualification, not required. Click on Organizations directly. I will explain skills and qualifications in very detail, but for the time being, I'm just hoping that we will not be having a refresh. Company type a global modern services. Geospace space hours. Akshay, in my page I could not find this organization. Which one? In this create job, it was in this page where we are working now. But in my access I could find skill. And then nothing is there, only skill required, skill talent, pipeline and optional skills. After that, down the page, nothing is there. I'll see that. Take a snapshot of this page and keep it with you. Fine. Whose screen is this? Bharat. Bharat got refreshed. Let's see if we have our value. Oh, great, great. Swami, you can please share the screen then. In the meantime, you do your processing. I start again from where we left. No, all over again. In the meantime, you do it. I will be taking next clicks, next click, next. Type organization. Now this is coming. But my question is, why is it different? It's basically the UI is changed. UI can be changed for few profiles, nothing else. Then for company. At any point of time, at any point of given time, you see the drop. And down to organizations on top. On top you see organizations written. Yes, you can any which way select from here. Once you fill the details in job, you can conveniently skip the scale and qualification and directly land on organizations instead of clicking multiple times on next type. Type here the company type, the company you selected in the organization. In the supervisory organization you selected, type that company. SMC. Is it the company name? This is the supervisory organization name. We need company name. We created company. Space material, type space material. Space material. There is one first one. We created cost center as don't see. You don't require to click on the correct tick mark and press anywhere. Once you select, click anywhere else. It will be act as a tick mark. And instead of clicking on the pencil icon again, you just put on the center of the column. It will be editable. Cost enter. What is the cost enter? Bharat, can you help me to understand these details? The supervisory organization or anyone having their tenant open. Let's play as a team. The one we created actually. No, you keep creating. We can have. The call center you want is the one that we created before. for this space material organization. Let me give you that. In the meantime, try searching space material. He is searching in his screen. Try searching space material. We may have a result. Otherwise, he is looking into it. Center is CC space metal Darlan 2. No, there it is with 1. CC space Hazel 1. That was mine. Sorry about that. Region we created. Region space, something that type again space. Material, enter first. One. Now we have defined the organization, other details not required at all. Click on Next. Attachment not required. Click on Next. This is a summary. Wait. Wait. Don't click anywhere. Wherever you want to review and change the different team. Information. You have pencil icon which are editable. You can change. Even after coming on this page, you realize that you enter few details incorrectly or you need to change few details. You can any point of time correct it before submitting it. This page is basically for the review. Yes. Review and submit. Submit it if you feel that everything is submitted. Questionnaire. These are all not required at this point of time. You can add, but which is not required at all. You can play with it once you have. Once you will be doing offline, not on the screen. See if we do everything on the screen, every teeniest of the option, it will be automatically extended the class. These 3 questionnaires you can perform after the class, as and it is also not important to understand the questionnaire at all in the very beginning. It is already coming. You have submitted yes, open as long as. You have something written here as open review kind of thing, which means it is still actionable and in progress. Now, next step is opened in front of you, which is, and you see that you have a requisition number assigned along with the position you creating. HR Unleashed is the type you selected, and then you have a requisition number, which is ALO 7971. The moment you receive this number, which means you have successfully created the first part, and now that you have opened the task for review of the compensation change. How come it is AOD? In the beginning, only the tenant is configured for USD. Scroll down. Scroll down. In the guideline, click select any compensation package. I think maybe because we selected the location of Sydney. Yes, we have selected the location as Sydney, which is why Sydney falls in hysteria, and it is automatically picking up the management and grade, and it is automatically picking up the currency as currency type. In the salary, you can see the amount of money. Type add salary and search for the plan by compensation, all compensation. Plans, select all compensation plan, scroll down. Do we have the option to create compensation plan? Yes, we have a chapter defined for this. We'll be creating everything. Select any random. The moment you select a compensation plan, and the respective field would get enabled. and you would require to populate the amount on which you are request. You are allowing the recruited team to negotiate with candidate. Put any information here, numerical value. Let's say type 60,000. And what is prorated amount? If someone is working on less than 100% FTE, their prorated amount would be there. Or if someone is working more than FTE, which means it is more than FTE. More than 100% prorated amount is calculated automatically. Yes, AOD is the currency and frequency is annual. Scroll down. Scroll up in the guidelines. We have one plan which is not filled completely, which in the guideline section, compensation package is blank. You need to add the compensation package. Salary, select any random compensation package. Bio compensation package, yes. Select. Always see it is advisable to have compensation package and salary plan similar. If you are adding comp package as a comp package 1, you should select salary plan. The plan name should be also equivalent to your compensation package because these are interlinked. Shall I close this one first? Scroll down. No. The moment you type, put enter. Press enter. Shall I type now? Yes, you can type and then press enter. It will find out the related information stored here. Which one you have in there as a salary plan. ARV underscores it. Add that AR underscore and enter. I believe it is ARV, the one the ARVN is populating the information about. And is populating. Select which one. Remove it. Type RV and press enter. Related action of first one. Related action of first one. This one. Click on the related action of this. See if you have a compensation plan. Only 2 compensation plans are there. Select the other RVN. Bottom one, yes, and do the same function. It's not added here as leave it. Doesn't make any difference. It is trusting tenant, doesn't make any difference. In the real scenario, you always have a compensation package aligned with other components which is in sync with the guideline section scroll. Down and click on submit. Check the salary and click on submit if you have. Any allowances, you can add it, otherwise leave it. Add a comment and submit. Oh, I have already submitted. No issue. Now that click on view details. Since you are logged in as Logan McNeil, there are some tasks which need to be reassigned. that you can do by clicking on the reassign. Before that, expand the data. Detail in process. You have successfully completed the job requisition and along with the compensation section under SMCF UK Law 1 department. Scroll down more. This is the effective date position. Propose changes. Compensation package you change, you select. Event grade you select. Management rate profile you select Australia. There are other details as which you selected. Proposed salary you provided 60,000 which is prorated. 60 and 56 is the actual location hour and scheduled weekly hours, but the system, the location has been populating 38 hours, which is why 60 dalans it is there and 63,000 is prorated one. This employee will get 60,000 an actual salary. Is 63,000. Scroll up, you see reassign task. Open it. Provide the name of Logan McNeil. Here in the reassign, there is a business process which says requisition compensation change, which needs some approval, and the approver is not there. We are requiring an approver. Who could approve who would be approving the transaction? We are selecting Logan McNeil because we are already logged in as Logan McNeil. And then yes. I write something in the comment section. No, not required. Actually, quick question. If I did not enter compensation package and I already submitted the job requisition and then I want to go ahead and modify and then add the compensation package later on, what I need to do, you can edit it. You have option to edit. When you open the job requisition, in the bottom of that job requisition page, you have a business process history icon there or option there. When you expand that business process history, you have option ask. Your job equation number will be there and then you need to click on the related action of that and edit the job equation. Then you have further option of request compensation. This task has been successfully assigned to us. Click on Done and a new screen will appear. Scroll down or open the My Task. Yes, open the My Task. Do you remember the requisition number? Leave it. Scroll up. In the My Task, which is 5403, reflecting the number of tasks there. Thank you, Modi. You have your requisition here. Yes, 07971. Yes, and now it requires an approval. Approval of what? The compensation you added. Remember, you did the submission, not the approval. You submitted for approval. And now the approval part was left unassigned, and which is why there is a reassign task populated by Workday to let the compensation transaction or compensation event. By someone's approval in the system, scroll down to review your details you populated. If everything we may see, FTE is 105.26%, which is why the prorated amount is higher than the amount you added. Yes, can I edit this one? Try this. Do you have option to edit? No, not the details. Expand. Scroll down. No option to edit. Basically, we can correct it by other means. Scroll down, review all other information. If looks good, put a comment and approve. Why is the comment section? It should be in the bottom. No issues, just approve it. Just approve. Open. Now it is asking for assigned roles. You have assigned roles for this HR requisition. Type here. Primary recruiter. Already populated, reflecting there. Assigned to Logan Minil. Yes, automatically selected. Scroll down. Primary crypto is blank. Submit. This step was asking for a role that need to be assigned to this requisition. And a primary recruiter role has been assigned who will take care of the further functioning of the recruitment process through this job requisition. View detail, view detail. Yes, view detail. You have successfully completed, and now that you have HR analyst open effective 10/20th of 10/2/24, which means today. Open the supervisory organization, click on the SMCF UK. 1001 department under detailing process. Yes, open it in staffing. You have 3. Items, scroll down, and 2 table. What is the difference in this page? One is the position with open job requisition and another is without the job requisition. How I differentiate both having positions there? Both having positions there. What is the difference then? One is coming from a position that we created and another is coming from the job we created. Sorry, can you please repeat? First, I think we created the position. Based on that, its coming position is coming without the job requisition. In the second instance, we also created position, but then we created the job first and then we created the position. It's coming from there. No, we created just job position, ultimate position. No job requisition is when we are creating, when we want to populate the thing in other websites, external third-party websites or that. And what is the use of create position task? It's for a new job position. One is an existing job, one is a new job. It could be we do not want to copy it in the other website, but it could be our internal hiring as that option we also have. No posting required in the job equation. Why the requisition is with job recreation, without job recreation is differentiating. because one job has already been approved and one job is new. No, both the jobs are approved. Tommy, both the jobs are approved. Slightly going too close, but not exactly on the same point. The answer is you have option to create position without job equation and that you can create multiple positions for internal use. Internal use means you do supervisory. Movement worker from one more supervisory organization to another where you need a backfill. Backfill means person leaving, a person moving from one manager to another manager without having its position moved from one manager to another manager. It's just that you're moving. You're sitting up on the chair and then moving somebody else cabin and take the chair. Both the places having existing chair, it's just that you are changing the locations without keeping your chair inside to the cabin or outside of the cabin. This does not require or does not connect with any point of time on the recruiting process. It is just a moment that HR partner can do it, HR administrator can do it. A job recreation requires recruiters access to either post externally, internally, or do not post at all, but have their business process alive and intact with recruiting information. A second thing, let's say you have couple of positions opens which does not have a requisition in system. You can create a requisition with the existing position as remember we have a create job requisition dialog box appears. In that dialog box you select it create new position. While doing the job equation instead of that you can open or access the existing one as which is why we have a separate create task. Create position tasks exist into the work system. That instead of creating a new job equation position, we can utilize the existing position to tag into a new job acquisition. Now the function happens or working here is that you will be having a requisition, but that requisition will not be populating a position automatically. Instead, you are selecting existing resource. Is the difference clear? Think and then you can automate, also have your task. Or hold to publish the existing position on external websites or internal websites. With the help of requisition command or requisition task. Two differences are clear to you. These things they ask very often in their interview. Why we need position with job equation or without job equation. These two. If you summarize these two things to them, they will be you have very good understanding on this concept, why the requisition is required and why the job equation is not required. Another thing which you might have witnessed while creating the position with job recreation. Or without a start in the job, recreation compensation setup is required to complete then and there. In the position without job recreation compensation, setup is not there. Also, you are populating the roles in position without job equation. Everything is automatically inheriting to the position of the supervisory organization. Next is we created a position. What next will do the hire? I hope you have some 10-20 minutes more that we can complete a hiring. The how can you start the hiring? Pick any position. You hire on this one great position overview. This is a position you selected available for hire. Yes, hiring freeze, no requisitions upon with this. It is R07972 and then you can click on the hiring restrictions. This is the detail you mentioned there. At any point of time, fixed term for 370 you need to change. Few things go to related option of related actions of this position on top. Expand the position restriction. No position restrictions. Go back to deleted action. Just hover your mouse there. No, not there. Position restriction you see in the left just over here. Now you have edit position, restriction, close position, manage, position freeze. These three things require to perform certain actions as they are aligned with the edit position restriction allow you to edit. Few of the detail, close position, allow you to close the position if you do not want this position to hire anyone. You can close it or business tells you that we have with RNS requested you to create position. We don't require it. We no longer require it. You can close and then if you want to manage position freeze, click on the manage position freeze. It will ask you whether to freeze and freeze reasons along with the effective date and the frozen state. Select the freeze and freeze reason. See what all reasons are there. Freeze position, headcount or job group. Freeze position, headcount or job group unfreeze. If you put freeze, it will put on hold for long duration till the time business wants you to unfreeze it. And during the freeze mode, or you can say hibernation mode for position, it will not come in your active headcount report for positions and job requisition. For example, you created 20 positions in a month and you display the same on your dashboard to board members or to job stakeholders. Now, after this presentation, the management wants you to put 5 positions out of 20 on freeze mode. You do the same. The next dashboard you represent, or the next meeting you held a hold, or the next representation of the data you do. Those 5 positions will not come in your active position headcount. It will neither come in your closed or inactive position. There is a separate report for it that execute or that enables you to identify the freeze positions in Workday system for particular organization. Cancel. It is just for review purpose only. To the recruiting process. In the search bar type create prospect. First, you need to identify yourself when to hit enter and when not to. This is up to you once you have a clear option. visible on this expandable options or change selection, just select it. Do not put enter. Once you are not viewing the correct, then put enter, or you want to see other relevant task as or report as you are not having the clear naming convention in your mind, then put enter once you do certain things regular basis. You will be more convenient with the system. Click on prospect create. Prospect, yes, what is prospect? Anyone can help me to understand quickly, considering time. Is a potential candidate that you want to upload into the system. Yes, you need either a detail from the resume, automatically create or pass the system, or you will create a new prospect manually, or you create for existing workers as create new prospect. Scroll down, select it to Australia, country, Australia somebody. Change the prospect details to India, Australia. Enter, let it load the naming convention. First name, give any name you provide there in the first and family name. This given name on the family name. Yes, type clear Celia. Ian type here. Noel ML. Clear Neil Australia email aid. Leave it country code 1 number. Leave this phone number as. Let's select without phone number. If it asks for the phone number, add. In the meantime, can somebody help me with a random phone number of Australia and address? Random address. Just format. We can add the details here. Scroll up. What was the option there? Now that we added the candidate name and the candidate country, now it requires a contact information. In the phone device, select mobile country code plus 63. And country code plus 63, enter if and king good, otherwise leave it and select. Of Calliot. Oh, what is this? I think it is a 6.2 ID, 6.1 ID. 6. Yes, 6.1 byte. Phone number, a format required. Anyone have? Format, standard format of, I got one here, it's this +6 10706 0706 5726 5 and 2 65885 85858. And just a random one here that's got it on the internet. Oh, extra 5 is there. After then take select, leave email as it is. Enter a phone number with a valid relation. Save it to it. Is it twin 7 7 6 5858 is in here. We need only 9 numbers. Not 10 numbers, more than 10. Yes, it is more than 10, it's 9 digits. We take away the 0 at the start, maybe remove the 0 in the start and remove 1, 8 if it want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be 9 numbers basically. I didn't know what to sum. 1, 2, 3. Last 5, 8, remove it. Yes, it's working. It's working great. Scroll down, leave everything. As blank, we only require one information, that's contact detail. All. Click, it's a fresher, basically. We don't require any information now. Now you have created a candidate, but this candidate is no way tagged to the hiring manager for their record access and aligning interview, and all it is. What you need to do is, this is the first process of recruiting. You inducted a candidate's profile for basic information and getting in touch with the candidate into Workday system. Now you need to add another detail, and for that we have a different task that says create job application. Remember, the candidate ID is Kennedy 1833, job application, not application. Application, enter Akshay dear. Do we have a passing option in Workday? What is what option? Resume passing. Yes, yes, yes. For that you have to have a valid format resume. PDF, Word file, whatever is mentioned there. Yes, this one remember in the create job. Application, we had option from CV true, and this dialog box also tells you how would you to fill out this application form manually or pass information from a resume or CV. Type the candidate detail here, which is C and D. 18 something that, or type your candidate name Claire Newell and D. Double add new wheel candidate name CLIRR space in LL enter. Now which job you are trying to align this candidate with, type the did which one you created as me. It's a Rish and one is probably analyst. Thank you. You need a source. Where is this applying? This candidate is applying from. Is it a job portal site? Is it a reference? It is anything else, you select the same. Say network, networking, recruiting event or website. You can select anyone. Oh Godzilla. Is there a website or somebody created it for fun only? I never heard it of. Maybe somebody else creating King Kong and then they will do the fight. It's already a monster. Be creating our reorganization naming monster. There is a job site in the UK called Monster. Oh, but we already have one. But monsters have changed their name at Condit. In that case, we will create Jurassic Park. That would be great. You have your details populated skills. If you want, leave it otherwise linked. Now you have, in the previous screen, when we having the candidate ID only, it was not reflecting. For which requisition or for which position the candidate is applying for. Now that we have a job supplied to one, then you have your requisition details in the side the square or what you say dialog box. And then in the left side you have 6 more items. And then in the left side pane where your candidate name is reflecting. There's 4 more items, 5 more items. Expanded 5 more. Now you have interview screening, feedback, attachment, recruiting history, employment. Offer personal notes and personal section is there. Each section will give you some sort of overview regarding the action it is currently performing. In the recruiting history, click on it. Recruiting history? Yes, recruiting history. It will give you all the actions performing on this recruitment or this and this candidate. Very first automatic message is saying sending on system, sending this on the requisition to candidate and click on this message, automatic message. Send email, dear candidate, and this is the message you receive when you apply on requisitions. They automatically send an email to your email aid, which is why it asks for your email aid and phone number. Some organizations sending messages on phone numbers, most of the organizations are selecting email aid. Thank you much for applying. Your application will be taken into careful consideration and you will hear back from us after we review your application. Most of the organization doesn't come back if your application is not suitable, but few do. Whether accepted or rejected, only some does. Then you have your second information, which is job application status update. This is applied by Logan McNeil, basically updated by dated applied today's state and date updated again today's state. This is the first message. Second message is thank you for applying and it is timeline. You have the other options in timeline as expand that. Communication job application status. Communication is one that is sending to employee. Now in the action. In the related action just above the phone icon. In the left side window. Yes, click on it. You have different functions. available, which is candidate action, business process, job application, personal data. And then there is one more, which is reporting. The reporting is not required basically. Job application is one and candidate action is one that you need to take care of. Click on the business process. Basically expand the business process. Don't click on it. It is not populating the one job application. Cancel it. Select this actions job. Application. This is saying move candidate and undo move. And then here you have create a job application if you want to. If you want to apply on this candidates we have on other position, few other positions, you can do a clear job application again, or if you want to copy this job application, you can copy it, or if you want to edit the job application, you can edit it. Basically, what the recruiters mostly play is with the move candidate and undo move. Click on move candidate. Currently, this person is sitting at active job application review status. It is reflecting on the review status now. 3 stages are there: move forward, decline, start parallel stage, move forward, which means since the the candidate applied the resume, you carefully scrutinize the resume and if found suitable, you move this step or what you say, candidates, detail to next section, which is manager phone screen. Possibilities that steps may vary to organization to organization. But this is something you can see in the move forward step. Some do that recruiter calls first, then they set up a call with the manager. There could be 1 or 2 or 3 line of interviews, then assessment will be there. Then reference check will be there, then offer background check and hire. There could be possibility. Few of these steps comes first in one organization or some steps comes last in another organization. But more or less there will be 4 or 5 steps. Next, select decline. If at any point of time candidate confirms you or you confirm a SAT, candidate withdraw. The application does not meet the job qualification, failed background check, job opening is no longer available or unable to contact candidate. Rare occasions are there when you try to connect with a candidate, but candidate already have another offer with him or not wanted to or not interested to join you due to XI reason. In those moments, they do not pick the call. Should not be the ideal case. At least you should tell them that I have received a job offer. I'm not interested or looking for the new change. For that matter, they have added unable to contact candidate at any given point. They'd select candidate will do, does not meet. This could be your different actions and there could be certain other actions as before the page refresh. Select to start parallel. There are pre-offer eligibility check is one of the options. There could be another option based on the organization's requirement. Before moving ahead, they start the parallel step with the employee. To check pre-offer eligibility check, select move forward and select manager screen and click resum. This task has been reassigned. Type Logan here, Logan, and enter. Now that you see, before moving the step, instead of manager phone screen, the option was review. On the active job applications, you have candidate name, requisition, position applied for, and candidate ID. Location New York, date applied 21st of 10, 2024. Decline these applications is the one option. On top of that, there is action. And on top of that, you have manager phone screen option. Currently, this candidate is sitting on manager phone screen step. In progress, you see a waiting option is there. What is candidate? A screen candidate of waiting on. Hiring manager is Jacqueline. I waiting on Jacqueline. Now our job application has been updated. In want to trash. Doesn't make any difference. Scroll down. This is a summary page. We will analyze the summary page first. You see here a job application status updated. This is one step ahead of the automatic message sent, which means there is some progress happening on this requisition and the candidate ID. Select this job, application status updated, click on this. Oh, this. You have details which the requisition position SMA moved from review stage to phone screen. Messenger, whatever is manager phone screen, which means previously it was sitting on one step. Now it been moved to another step for review only. I have one question. We have created the job acquisition, everything was created. Now from moves from review to manager, prone will the recruiter would do or the manager would be doing this. It is primary recruiter's job, which is why I selected the primary recruiter in the requisition. If you not select the primary recruiter, he will or she will not be able to do these actions. Manager has nothing to do with here, these functions. It is all be a recruiter thing, create prospect, create job applications is our recruiter details. The creator function manager can play with the requisition. But that too not much to expedite the process again, go to actions. You see, move forward function is there. Don't go there. Yes, move forward function is there instead of going to actions. Just select that move forward. Cancel it, the actions one yes. Then no click outside of this action, anywhere outside of this action on this page. Yes, you have moved forward in bottom. Yes, click on it. Where do you want? To move forward. Do you want to schedule interview? Do you want to check the reference? You do want to offer it. Do you want to do the background check? Can you want to do the hire ready for hire? We don't have that much of time to go through every function. Better you go to the offer. Sorry, hire as a task which I am be giving you away. Just note down, you need to perform the entire cycle. Reassign. I hope the task is to everyone. You understood the task. One by one, you have to go to the entire cycle. In the next class, we will be reviewing your communication strength to and fro between the system, between the candidate, reassign. I'm sorry I'm taking some more time because I have to complete this processing. Yes, and which is why I did this. It's leaving every steps apart down. Yes, you are currently sitting on higher. Scroll down. Now the automatic message sends. Click on the automatic message top one. This one. A very long message sent to candidate. Congratulations on your job offer with company name, and these are the template, and details will be auto-populated once it reaches to employee, as these are custom fields, which the reporting section takes care of. I look forward to speaking with you, and all these blah 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 details are there. Name of the onboarding representative. OB stands for onboarding here, and date sent and all. These the line items, and everything is there between now. You start the date and also do, and everything is there. You can have it in your free time. Read every column. These messages can be customized. There is a business process, and there is some custom notifications, and alerts section is there where you can customize these notifications, what to send and what not to send. See it, we will see it, and when we will be doing the business configuration. Business process configuration. Chapter. Now you understood how the recruiting process works. I understood, but it will. It will require the practice time, then only it will get here. As of now, it is very easy. Whatever you have described, it is the only process basically. Recruiting on Workday is very limited. Very, it's not limited. It's basically they have minimized into various selective tasks. You don't have to do multiple events. It is all integrated to different entities, to candidates, to hiring manager, to other departments, and they have minimized the number of efforts. And a recruiter has to take. This is one. Actually, I want to ask in the case of bulk hiring for every single candidate, I don't think we have to do this step separately. Is there any option that we can perform in a combined form for different candidates? For that, we have integrations, EIB, which we know, which we will be learning in the chapter integration, could be 11 or 12. You want to have a 200 employees as a hire. You want to terminate 3,000 employees in one organization. Oh my God, 3,000 is very much a huge amount. I said 30 or 300. Sorry, I apologize. 300. Termination is not a good event. You can do one-time payment of the 3,000 employees. You can do annual review, which is compensation change of 1,000 employees. And all these steps can be completed in just a matter of 10-15 minutes in integration. Remember, you can basically calculate the number of time we would be saving with the help of integrations. Go to Actions, Job Application again, select Undo, Move. Easy. At any point of time, you find yourself in a troubling state, the previous step have been completed without acknowledgement received from manager. I honestly move this candidate into next step. We want this step to be moved back to one step. This is basically pulling the record from bottom to top or top to bottom, whatever hierarchy you understand. Basically putting this record in closer to initiating step. Currently, we are sitting on closest step. This job application. Yes, and then currently event cancelled. Ready for hire. The current state is ready for hire. All proposed step. Proposed steps is sent back to manager phone screen workflow. Step screen candidate. Why there are no other steps? There are 4 more steps. Yes, because we purposely skipped it. For this business process, the first and last step this requisition has, or this job application or candidate ID has, is the manager phone screen and the ready for hire. When you do the undo from ready to hire, it will go back to the manager phone screen. Prior to that, we need to also confirm the thing and then submit. We need to type anything. Anything. That is a Greek language, I believe. Can you decode it? You said put it in the text. Anything, I put anything. Anything, you cannot find anything in the world. No. Let's say that's a very orbiting student there. Can you see on the screen on the active job? Application status. Earlier it was ready for hire. Now it is manager phone screen. Again here you have action. Click on it and then you see the move. A candidate function view, job application event, and new job acquisition to move it. Again and do the hire. Do the hiring and yes, move to hire. Ready for hire. Yes, I'm sorry, I've already taken. I mean approximately 50 minutes. Reese, resign. Somebody left. I hope the class is interesting today or and then done yes. Now you have some to-dos which you can see at any point of time. Click on this clear new wheel. In the active, no, not that one. Inactive job application function. Oh, it opened the same page. Might. Open the job requisition basically. In the side you see job requisition all 7922 rare. Side. Click on it. No, the job acquisition name, not the related action. Yes, click on it. You must have seen this, just this what you say. Scroll down this page somewhere. And this the picture. Basically it's a representation of the number of candidates. Applied number of candidates rejected at particular screen or particular step who moved one step ahead. There will be a complete picture of it with analysis. We only have one candidate as a part of testing, the record being 50-60, and we would have moved 40 in the assessment, 30 in the screen, 20 in the interview, 10 in the offer, 5 in the reference check, 2 in the background check, and 1 in the recruiting. There will be a number of the circles will be updated with required number, higher having 1. This will give you the overall percentage. An action on this can job requisition performed by different entities or stakeholders, recruiter manager, hiring manager, and the event of details. Scroll on top. There is a review, interviewing and offered stage, 0 in review, 0 in interview, and offered 1. Ideal case is there will be reviewed, filled with numbers. There will be interviewing filled with numbers, and there will be offered only selected to 1. If position is 1 selected. Now that this part is done for create prospect and job application. Next part we need to complete it, which is reflect to hire. For hire we need to create a pre-hire first. To applying for a job application, now understand the logic here and understand the common features. To introduce a candidate into system, in the job application function, we have a create prospect. Same way to hire that person who has been introduced in the job application into system. We have a create pre-hire. Create prospect and create pre-hire are same task with having different functions enabled in the system. Also, create job application and create hire or hire employee is the same. A task again, having different understanding into the business process. Do one thing, go to the details. Which one details down the line? Details. Oh, click on it. It says interview details, interview team, and everything will be there. Let it hold getting loaded. It is loading. This is your acquisition, your profile. Position, number of positions available, and everything you mentioned here. Location that we have mentioned, that was Australia, but here it is mentioned as New Year. Where did you mention the primary location? This one is different one. We created 3 basically. One is without compensation, which was confirmed, and 2 are with compensation. I believe the Australia you created is for either 3 or 1. Somebody can check and confirm. And this is worker, is fixed term employee. And the job profile is different. ABC Bank HR is. We have not selected fixed term. In any of the job application we created, what you do is go on top. Related action of this requisition again top. Related action higher. There are 4 options. Usually first, 1 is the one. You will only see 1. Somebody have added different options as a maintain business object there. And if that is not working correctly, You type in the search bar hire. Yes, it is working. Sir, I open it. It's not correctly working. Close it. Close it. Yes, it's not correctly working. The hire that one hire will not require. Cancel it or close it, whatever you can do. Just copy this or just have it somewhere saved. RSMP. And in the search bar, type create pre-hire. In the search bar, create pre-hire. Hello, what's up? Read. Let the task go. First, enter the details. The source, what you selected in the previous. I think I have selected their social networking. LinkedIn, type LinkedIn. Select country, correct country. Aust. Thank you. You see allow duplicate name action checkbox. Click on that. Now scroll down. Provide first name and last name. My name is Clara. Claire Sile I surname Manuel. Now we are doing the HR partner role, which is hiring, or HR business partner role, which is our primary recruiter or recruiting team's job, has ended with the ready for hire function. They have done their part. Now we are moving on towards the actual business partner or HR partner role. Click it will ask for contact information. Sorry, it will raise an error which is defined, which is understood error contact. Information, scroll down, no, don't open it, scroll down email. Email, email, type clear navelat. Testcom without space, everything should be without space. .com type work or home anyone, do not in the testing environment, do not. Type at the red, Gmail, Yahoo, anything you might be hitting on very rare occasions. The accurate email ID. Now I'm taking the random name. Yes, it is. Complete. You have created a pre-hire. Let it load. Let it. See, you have a pre-hire ID, alphanumeric source, LinkedIn contact details. Scroll down. It is the last one. Click on Done. Now, instead of create pre-hire, type hire. Only hire. Create hire. Remove the create one. Create word. Remove space. Let it load hire. Task and report. Hire employee first one. People have created a lot of tasks. Maybe you can select second one in the hire again. Go back to the search bar. Should I close it? I think Workday slows down the system. Sometimes second one. Change the country. Don't worry. Change the country to Australia. In scroll down. Employee name. Clear. Scroll down more. What? All options are there. New search. Click search. It will populate the pre-hire record associated with the Workday system and the search result. You will have wait, it is searching. Scroll up. You have your pre-hired record searched already. Recruiting source. LinkedIn pre-hired ID is one which we selected. Basically Workday created. Click on this checkbox and do the start hire. A down class was supervised. Reorganization basically, oh, which is this is not the supervised reorganization. This one, a different one. Yes, cross it. I think we already selected the SMCF. It will not. It will not ask. It will not. Page refreshed, which is good for us. Select the first one higher, change the country, search for clear, and do the start higher. I feel it's working a bit fast. Claire, family name Newell. I noticed that in India the response time is fast, but for me it's very slow, Akshay. The US probably not sure what's wrong, but it's very slow. Oh, I'm not sure what is happening. Maybe scroll down, scroll up, basically. Maybe the type of sorry number of users might be active. Less compared to US. Could be. In the meanwhile, I would request Akshay to please send us the steps. It would be really easier for us. I also try to be very obedient on this. This is the MCF space UK enter. I hope one click on the related action. Oh, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. It is one. For anyone having any question concern, are you getting the points? Are you able to connect the dot between create prospect and create hire, create job application, and create hire? Basically, yes. Great. Now, definitely, you need to practice more. Select today's. Hire, do one thing. Select 1st of October. I hope you selected the create. Availability date and everything backdated or today only today. Select everything from the today. Basically hired it today only. Hired it today, first day automatically updates. Reason, yes, reason. What is the reason? Rehire, rehab, new hire, recall. Acquisition. What is recall? Anyone aware of the recall? Recall in the sense if a candidate has been put on hold or he was the second choice in. In that case, if the first candidate did not turn up, then we can recall the second one. Any other understanding? You are basically doing the hiring step. Let's see what is there. Recall is something that when organizations are looking for homecoming, people who are worked for the particular organizations in the past and when the organization drive a campaign to regain the employees they worked with or who worked with. The coordination in the past. The recall function is for those. Rehire is also same. But recall and this rehire having different business objectives. Recall hardly happens. In very rarest of rare condition, rehire is when employee itself is coming back. Recall is when organizations are calling them back. And yes, the second option is the first. Recognition is also meeting the recall parameter, which is when candidate was selected, but somehow the candidate didn't appear and the secondary which the company said or put on hold, they recalled. It both options work. You select new hire. No, actually, other than that, is there any effect regarding the number of years of service or referring to service date? New hire, new position. Yes, scroll down. You need to select a position here. 7.2 was the position, I believe. Now you have two options. Position with job requisition. Position with job requisition. Without job equation. These are the two options reflecting under SF or any supervisory organization. When you create positions via two methods, what is the position number? Anyone remember the position number? Question number. Marat, can you check that 72 job requisition? Yes, I think it was 7273. That one was 732. So 7971, so 707. But these numbers are basically represent the requisition. We need a position number. Open the requisition and look for the position. Maybe Bharat, you can help if your tenant is open position. I got locked off due to inactivity. Anyone having tenant open? I'll select anyone with job equation. With job equation, not without with job equation. Try with the second one, HR. Oh, we were created for SME, I remember. We were creating for SME. Everything remains as it is, whatever mentioned. You see 0790, that is candidate ID. But we are looking for the position ID now. The candidate phase is already completed. When we put that employee, put that candidate for ready for hire. In the ready for hire, the candidate step is completed. The recruiter step is completed. Now that we are currently fulfilling the job responsibilities of HR partner, every detail is automatically populated. It's just that the employee type is fixed term. You need to populate it. The end employment date, select 12/31/2024. Over here we are converting the candidate into a full-fledged employee. No, we are converting the candidate which was equal to join on fixed term to a fixed term employee only, candidate to employee. And then why are we giving an end of employment date? Because we have selected the employee type as fixed term. Fixed term. Because of that, this is getting mandatory. Had it been selected in the very beginning as regular, there would be no employment date for 10 minutes. Location already selected. Most of the details you already selected while creating the job requisition and creating the position. Scroll down. Location will remain the same. Yes, yes, yes. HRA is a specialist. HRA is a specialist, and they see job title and business title by default takes from position detail, but you have option to change from the position ID to different. If you want to change, you can change the job title. Business title automatically gets change paratype. Since it is a fixed term, you can select the paratype. How you want this person to get paid. All select all. Scroll down. Bi-weekly, daily, early, full time. What is the job exempt? What is the job exempt? Job exempt is basically for US people. There was a background of it which I am currently not recalling. They basically provide some exemptions to those who are working in the US. I'll have a very clear understanding on this ready in the document. I'm not able to recall now because I have. This function is not actively using by almost all organizations. They are only using where they have the US headcount working. All have an understanding on this, basically written in the Word document. Additional job, we don't require company insider type, we don't require full time. It is yes. Even the fixed term can work full time. 40 hours. 40 hours that makes the FTE and represent. Scroll down, we don't need a work. Shift employee tenure. It's written as test. Select it. It's only one value available. They have recently added this option. Earlier it was not coming up. A continuous service date will always be remain same as hire date. Submitted benefit service date. If you want this benefit, this employee to take half benefit start date from today. Only select it and one more is there you can select put enter comment anything and select quickly before the tenant refreshed. Submit it, view details and process. Successfully completed. You can review the detailed clear new and you can click on the clear new name. Now you have a profile active. You have email ID, you have team name. Click on the email ID function. I can use there under the related action on left side. Where did you post this email ID? Remember the step. While we were creating the output file, it is taking the details from there, the contact information. Now you have an active employee. And in the name of Claire Newell, you have an active employee under the supervisory organization. SEMCLL 1 department. Location New York. Cost center is Space Material. Companies is Space Material 1. These are the organizations you created. And it is very a common representation of all the components in one page. Go to job. No, not that job. This one, yes. In the organization, First of all, we review the job details section will, then go to organization, and then close the chat, close the call. It's already 1.5 hours ahead of our official time. You have your business title, you have your job, family added, you have your employment type added, full time is the time type. Scroll down, your position have reflect your a position is reflecting correctly. Length of service 1 day. Why? Because it has recently joined. This employee has recently joined and implemented 31st of 12 2024. 1st of January 2025, there will be no active record of this clear renewal. And personal details is there. Basically, it's a contact information, work address is there, New York. It's a scroll on top, organization. Open the organization. Company hierarchy, cost center hierarchy location, hierarchy locations region, and the region hierarchy. Everything is populating here, along with the support department, the supervisory department. Just checked, is this the same information which we have created? Should I click it here? No, you just need to verify it through the naming convention. If you click here, it will open another page with the naming of this organization as company and other details. You need to check the naming convention of the components along with the organization. In the organization, you have the space material. In the second column, it is organization type, which is company, and in the third column, it is organization subtype again, whether it is a cost center, hierarchy, location hierarchy, whatever it is. Scroll down. In the organization type and organizational subtype for the supervisory organization. It is different thing because it is actually a different thing. Cost center hierarchy having. Cost center hierarchy is the only option there. Similarly, location hierarchy having location hierarchy in both the column is the only option here. It is just that supervisory organization is having a department there. We have successfully created the custom organizations. As part of organizations, we created our organization, primary one, which is the supervisory organization. Then we moved ahead for the sourcing of the employee. We created the create prospect. We created job application. We did the recruiting process. We hired. We created a pre-hire. And then we actually hired an employee. In total, we have done the staffing. Approximately 85% of the process. Along with organizations, you need to practice the entire setup at least once, and this is your task. And this task is for everyone. By the time we meet in next week, which is 26th of October, I will ask anyone to share their screen and help me go through the steps. I mean what they have created. The next to the next kind of thing. Agreed, you have a lot of tasks to complete, but prior to that, please send us the steps that we get stuck anywhere and we don't get lost to ourselves about next. Because while practicing the things, we really encountered the. Now that we are left with staffing, we move worker. There are 3 ways to move worker from one supervisory organization to another. Terminate the new hire employee. Do the transactions for which we have a separate transactions in Workday chapter. Chapter promotion, location change, manager change kind of thing, or one-time payment raise kind of thing, and then we will hire contingent worker. We have hired the regular employee, position creation. We completed both the way with the required. Without requisition, I don't think anything that is left to a practice on screen that is directly related to staffing and recruiting and organizations. I'll see the what you say module section again and will help you understand these things. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.